Justin Chow with the Zero Review, and I'm here right now with Isaiah TriForce Johnson. Now, Isaiah, or TriForce, question for you.
Okay.
I heard about this Nintendo Worldwide 2017 World Tour.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome, or so I saw in the trailer. It looks really cool. Give me a little details. What is it? We're all wondering.
Okay, so the Nintendo World Tour, it's going to be a campaign where I travel the world and I go to regions of the world that cannot experience the Nintendo experience.
Oh, so you're gonna be bringing Nintendo consoles to other countries?
Yes, other countries, third world countries, the Caribbean, Latin America, Africa, some parts of the Middle East, and in some parts of Europe as a whole. Now the thing is, the campaign isn't necessarily about bringing like the Nintendo experience there in terms of like the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
It's also about the experience of the community. Things that we did when we were at the Nintendo New York launch party for the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
So for us, we want a lot of people, they relate to that whole community experience that we have, but you'll see a lot of people say, I wish I had this in my community,
yeah.
so forth and so forth. So I want to be able to bring that experience to them instead. And but it's not just about that. That's just one element of it. The other element is also trying to use video games to actually help help society. So I'm new to the YouTube game. Guys like Abdallah Smash brought me to the YouTube game.
Yeah.
Captain Nintendo Dude is actually literally mentoring me about how to get into YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these big YouTubers and stuff like that, these guys raise a lot of money for different charities and so forth, and just generally by themselves because of the views that they get.
So you're going to be using, essentially, you're going to be bringing Nintendo consoles out there, you're going to be bringing the experience to these places that don't necessarily have ever actually experienced the Nintendo platform.
Yes.
The fun of Nintendo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, so it's a little altruistic, it's more of like would you say it's like a charity?
Yes, in a sense, it's like it definitely is a charity. It's altruistic, but it's something I like doing. I travel all the time anyway, and I like going to these different areas and watching people smile, especially kids who there's no way they're growing up. They have phones. They jump on YouTube and they see these things happening in America with like gaming, and they're like,
I mean, proof. You guys were doing the vlogs 30 days outside of the Nintendo New York store, and those faces, that excitement, hard to find.
Exactly. So I can imagine in a third world country, especially like when I come from Jamaica. Not to say that Jamaica is a third world, but this is not big as the United States. And there are kids who they'll never get a Switch.
Right.
It's never going to happen for them. They're never going to even get a Nintendo 3DS. And when I was in Jamaica last year, I used to do some charities with the sickle cell care unit last year. Well, this was 2015 yet. In 2015, and I went down into the center there, and I brought the 3DS. And when I brought the Nintendo 3DS, these kids never saw that before, and they started playing, and they were so happy. And I'm like, it's just something I want to do. I'm like,
it's magical. I mean, yeah, absolutely. You've never seen anybody open up a Christmas gift like the N64 guy.
Yeah, exactly.
That one video, I'm telling you, like that excitement doesn't happen as much anymore, right? Except for when you see something in Nintendo. There's something magical about it, right? So if you can bring that around the world and you can experience, or rather give that experience to other children, that's phenomenal.
And that's what I want to do. And I thought about it, like, how hard is it? And when you really think about it, it isn't really that hard. It's just about doing it.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to definitely do that. That's my this is me. So me retiring or passing the torch to Captain Nintendo Dude has given me an option: retire and fade into nothingness.
And get his books of world records.
Well, that I would fade, or I could reinvent myself.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a way for me to reinvent myself.
Start the next new project. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So this all sounds fantastic, right? And you guys are bringing the experience forward. But the question is, how are you going to finance all of it?
Well, the financing part is it's a little bit tricky, but then at the very same time, fortunate for me, I already have a campaign set out for some of the things I'm going to be doing. Like, I'm in America right now. One of the first international places I'm going to is Jamaica, but that's because I live there. So,
right, obviously.
Jamaica is going to be our first stop, international stop. Anyway, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to Ohio. I'm going to be meeting up with Mason Delfino, and we're going to be talking about doing something in Ohio, and that's before I head back to Jamaica.
And who is Mason Delfino?
He's a Nintendo ambassador.
Gotcha.
He's like an official ambassador and stuff like that. He reviews Nintendo games, he does Let's Plays, and he actually came down to the Nintendo Switch launch to actually, with myself and Captain Nintendo.
Yeah.
And he
Actually was there as well.
Yeah, a lot of people in the Nintendo community came there and supported what we were doing. So I want to kind of reach back out to him. Plus, he wants me to play his Mario Brothers arcade cabinet. So
that's awesome.
And I want to play that too. But then we have E3, and then we have PAX West, which is sponsored by you guys. Zero Reviews.
We'll get you there. Anything you need.
So I'm like, something. We look like we have something, going. We also have the VGU, the Video Game Gauntlet Caribbean Cruise in October. That we're going to also be going on. It's a huge boat, 5,000 people can fit on. They're going to have video game tournaments, video game experience, and we're going to be sailing through the North Caribbean. So I'm looking at it, and we have a bunch of tours already.
Can I come?
I'd have to ask you, but I think I would assume that you could. But, when I'm looking at that, I said, okay, so we have all these stops, and then the support of the community can help me reach these other places.
Yeah.
I can create content, share the experience with everyone on YouTube, and the more people watch, YouTube pays for the advertisement. That money is then used for me to go to other countries.
And the audience, I'm sure, who want to get you over there, I'm sure they'll, in a way, start voting you in.
Exactly. So
get you over there.
People, for those who want me to come to their other country, and I'll see how I can fit everything. But the audience, the community will find a way. We're sitting on that line with C&D. Captain Nintendo dude has showed me something about the Nintendo community. When the Nintendo community trusts you, and they know that there's them supporting you, you will in turn give back to them. They'll give you 100% support. When my 3DS dropped and broke, like I got 3 of them, like in the next couple of days or whatever. Like one guy gave me a gold, shout out to Steven, he gave me a gold Majora's Mask 3DS. A guy flew in from Chicago, bought me one on the spot.
I remember that video,
It's crazy. And, I'm filming from my iPhone, and they're like, TriForce, we like your vlogs. You need better equipment. The community raised $3,300.
Wow.
Got me a new Canon camera, a Razr.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. Capture card, everything. And so
There's
I'm like,
magic in the Nintendo community.
Exactly. And so there's an obligation. I must give back to the community, and I have to give back to the community on a significant level. And that's really what's inspired and launched the world tour.
Right. All right. So I guess my last question is, who's going with you? What's the team?
Well, that's a good question, because obviously I cannot do this alone. So I'm gonna be hand selecting a bunch of Nintendo ambassadors, influencers, and champions to help me with this cause, because I cannot do it alone.
Right.
So I won't be alone.
Quite an undertaking.
Yeah. Some of them will travel with me. Some of them will support me in terms of like social media pushes and things like that. And however else they can support me, but it will not be the TriForce show. It will be a collective Nintendo community effort. So the viewers, you guys, you guys will be our backbone. These are the hands that allow us to walk on water in the air. It's the community's hands that are able to do that, and with their support and then the support of this team that I'm going to put together, we'll get it done. And then we'll be able to share that experience with everyone. So all you countries out there that's been typing in the comment section, we're going to do our best.
Get ready.
Yeah, we're going to do our best to get there to everyone on the countries that we possibly can. And the tour is not just 2017. The tour will continue as long as we can do it.
That's excellent to hear. Bring the fun out there, the experience. The Nintendo community wants it. Isaiah, TriForce. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Either one.
It was a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you so much for giving me the
Justin.
details. This is fantastic.
No
So this again, Justin from the Zero Review and Isaiah TriForce Johnson. Get ready for TriForce's Nintendo World Tour 2017 and on.
One more thing before we go. So now, when I visit each of the countries, I'm going to put out a notice which country I'm going to stop to next. So when I make the announcements of the countries that I'm going to be going to, or the regions or the locations, wherever it is, you guys can find out those locations exclusively on the Zero Review. So you can check out their YouTube page. I will be making the announcements only there. I will not be making the announcements on my YouTube page. So these guys are sponsors and we want to work with them. They're a great team. These guys are coming up to the Zero Review is the next big thing. So keep an eye on them.
You heard it here.
Subscribe, like the bell, hit the bell, all of that stuff, and then keep they have great content as well. They've been covering packs and a bunch of other stuff. They even covered, they were like one of the first guys that covered myself and Captain Nintendo at the Nintendo
We were just so thrilled to hear that you were so close in New York. We were only 20 minutes away, so we came by. And friendships.
I
Magic,
appreciate see stuff like that.
Seriously.
And they got the word out. So you guys subscribe to them and check them out and keep your eye on, stay tuned. I'll be making some announcements of the places that I'll be going to, and then you can watch on my channel, Empire Arcadia, for all the adventures and the people I'm going to be teaming up with to get this done. But thank you guys.
Get ready. Thank you.